This is the W2 report with Sanji Himura. Here's Sanji.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the W2 Report. I am your host, Sanji Himura. Today, we take a look at Team Kill Media and why they decided to DMCA strike not one, but two YouTubers today. But before we do, let's go over the ground rules with Lord Crocosquirrel as always.
Rule number 1, beat out the dick. Rule number 2, if you have any questions, please refer to rule number 1. Do not make contact with the people that we're screwing with. That's our job. Thank you very much. If you are found to have been harassing the target of today's event, we will disavow any knowledge of you or your actions.
And if we're forced to acknowledge your existence, we will, of course, promptly throw you under the bus where you belong.
And ban you from viewing the channel.
Yes. Of course, we are gathered here today to talk Code Violet, as always. But
not as always.
Well, okay. Poor English.
Yes.
But how did we get here, as our meme suggests today? Well, before we got here, let's start at the beginning. On January 20th, 2025, when Team Kill Media calls out modding, of all things, as vulgar, and claims it makes a joke out of our art, and won't release Code Violet on PC.
Mind you, some eagle-eyed individual actually saw a keyboard button prompt in one of the pieces of media, and
yes,
as such, it was probably designed on PC and then ported to the PS5.
Yes, but we are getting ahead of ourselves here, Squirrel.
Not that much.
But yes, keep in mind that Team Kill Media has stirred up a lot of controversy in the past in regards to quantum error. And we have a jet flying over my head.
Yeah.
Mainly because Team Kill Media, when refusing to release the game on Xbox, when refusing to release Quantum Error on Xbox, they said their SSD wasn't fast enough.
Bullshit.
Yes. Here is Team Kill Media on X saying, for those of us that are asking about a PC version of Code Violet, the reason we are not bringing it to PC is we don't want anyone modding vulgar versions of the main character as well as other characters in the game. We hold our voice actresses and actors with high regard. Bullshit. As well as our artistic vision of the game and story, and reject any form of destroying that with sexual mods. Okay. Now, as Squirrel suggests, that the Code Violet trailer happens to have a little thing called, yeah, we might as well do that. Footage captured on PC. Now, we're giving you a 3,000 foot overview of how we got here on release date last week. So, and then in December, on their original release date, they went gold and they delayed it again. We're thrilled to announce that Code Violet has gone gold as we put the final polish on the game ahead of release. We have some exciting news to share, and unfortunately, a bit of a hiccup along the way. During certification, we hit some stubborn technical roadblocks related to unlocking entitlements for the deluxe and pre-order editions. Our four-person 20-hour days for weeks, exploring every possible fix and push back our plans for gameplay and story trailers, as well as getting review codes out the door. Faced with a tough call, we could either delay the launch by months to resolve these entitlement issues or pivot to a single standard edition that bundles all the pre-order and deluxe edition bonuses with just a short delay to implement the changes. Although this shift impacts our revenue, the choice was clear. We couldn't bear to keep our fans waiting. So we were moving forward with one unified Code Violet edition where every purchase includes all the bonus outfits, items and purchase, blah, 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 blah.
Long story short, we done ripped you off. And if you ask for a refund, we'll give it to you.
It's actually paragraph 5 that really irks me. Our pre-order momentum has been incredible. We've been holding steady at number 6 and 7 on the bestseller lit charts. Unfortunately, I have to call bullshit on that. According to the bestseller charts, right now, we have on PlayStation, mind you, we do not have any sign of Code Violet on the charts. As you can plainly see. No Code Violet on the charts. On the bestseller list right now. Which means either Team Kill Media fabricated the numbers or Sony counted the wish list as part of the numbers. Then January 10th comes around. We're going to roll around to January 10th because Code Violet hit Metacritic. And before the game even launched on PlayStation, there were 12 user reviews, all favorable on Metacritic. But the critics happens to have issued a score of 40, which has since gone down to below 30, based on 11 critic scores, and the user score, which was a 10, quickly quickly climbed down to 2.6. On OpenCritic, they were at their score is at 40 right now.
Which I think is probably a little on the high side.
Which is on the high side, very much so. On the PlayStation storefront, we have a little bit of a quandary. Code Violet didn't even break a 3 on the ratings, with 35% giving it a 1 and 32% giving it a 5 stars.
I still want to know how they managed to pay off that many people.
Well, it's stab the wokies in the back. That was the messaging. That was the primary messaging that Team Kill Media was given. But I went ahead and before the show started, broke down the percentages into actual numbers. 984 gave it five stars. 308 gave it 4 stars. 369 gave it 3 stars. 2 stars was the rating by 338 reviews, and 1 star was 1,076 reviews, for a grand total of 3,075 reviews. Now, we would have left it here if it wasn't for an eagle-eyed attorney by the name of Sebi. Sebi, I do apologize for misbutchering the name. But she actually looked up where Team Kill Media was headquartered. And she got a block because she was asking him questions.
No, questions are for losers.
Of course they are. But of course, light is the best disinfectant, too.
Yeah, I know.
Team Kill Media blocked me for asking a valid question about how they are selling games and in business when under the state of Wyoming, they are listed as an active since 2021, administrative dissolution for taxes. I was asking if they were planning to fix it. I was polite, yet they tried to hide my posts. # Code Violet. Now, if you looked at the Wyoming Secretary of State website, now you will see Team Kill Media inactive, administratively dissolved for tax purposes.
No, just because they didn't pay their frickin' taxes.
Now, let's hold on for a second. They have not filed, according to Wyoming Secretary of State. Delinquent means they have not filed their annual report before the second day of its anniversary due date. Now, they have been archived, meaning that it's been more than 2 years since they've been dissolved. But if we take a look at their history, you'll find a document called RA Information Change, which means Registered Agent Information Change. And it was filed on June 10th, 2024. I have that document. Anybody can get that document. Now, I'm just going to close this real quick. Now, you'll see the principal address is 30 North Gold Street. Excuse me for a second. That building made the news.
Yeah.
As a center for fraud.
Ooh.
Now, keep in mind that the person who owns the building, is called Registered Agents Incorporated. They're not in charge of the fraud. They're just enabling companies to be set up to be fraudsters.
In other words, he gives them the mailbox and the space or whatever. Gets registrations done and sits back and collects the monthly money. That's it.
Right. That's it.
So unless your Scammerific Inc., probably not gonna see.
Now,
He's
based
not gonna know.
based on the Wyoming information, I made a post on X saying, for those of you keeping score at home, Team Kill Media is only allowed to operate as long as it was wrapping up affairs. No new business was allowed. But yet, according to their website, which we will go into in a minute, they have 4, now 5 games in development right now, and 5 upcoming projects to be developed. All of them are named. Since they were administratively dissolved in 2021, how many games in Team Kill Media's catalog were they legally allowed to release in Wyoming?
None.
I would argue 1. Their first title, Kings of Lorne, in 2020. That makes every other game in Team Kill Media's catalog new business under Wyoming law. And here's Team Kill Media's website, archived as of January 10th, 2026. As you can see, they have 4 games released. Kings of Lorne 2020, Quantum Error 2023, Sun and Bone 2024, Code Violet just last Friday. And they have projects in development, Shadow Band, To Be Determined, Black Tides, Curse of the Blackbeard, and Quantum State. Their upcoming projects: Sun and Bone 2, Majoror, Book of Azir, Project Q3, and Scarlet Hymn. But, if we take a look at their website today, you can see we have Code Violet released last Friday. Sun and Bone released in 2024. Quantum Error in 2023. And Kings of Lorne in 2020. Projects in development. That's where I want to focus our attention to. We have Shadowband. We have Project PE. Does that look familiar to you, Squirrel?
Yeah, actually, check out the female there on the right, on our right, and tell me that doesn't look that's not the exact look from the protagonist of Code Violet.
The math checks out. We have Black Tides, Curse of the Blackbeard, Quantum State, and Project Violet.
Well, they don't do the Wyoming thing now, so
No.
they're doing the thing in Montana.
Yes. That's because they moved to Montana. And they're still in good standing in Montana.
That just means they cocked up.
Yes. How did they cock up?
Cough up.
Oh. Well, still. Well, yeah. So if we took a look at their documents, yeah, they filed involuntary intent notice in August of 2021. They filed an operating agreement in December 2020. And they've been in good standing since. But they have this little thing in Wyoming that's hanging over their heads. Here's how. Let me pull this up and find. Okay. Here is Wyoming statute 1720. Transfer of a Wyoming corporation to another jurisdiction. A corporation incorporated, domesticated, or continued under this act may, if authorized by resolution duly adopted as set forth in subsection G of this section, and by the laws of any other jurisdiction within or without the United States, may apply proper officer of another jurisdiction for a certificate of registration and to the Secretary of State of this state for a certificate of transfer. The application of certificate of transfer shall set forth the following: one, the corporate name of the corporation immediately prior to the transfer, and if that name is unavailable for use in the foreign jurisdiction, or the corporation desires to change its name in connection with the transfer, the name by which the corporation shall be known in the foreign jurisdiction. 2, a statement of the jurisdiction to which the corporation is to be transferred. 3, I won't bother you to read the details of this, but it seems like they followed the law, except by paying $60 to the Secretary of State.
They incorporated that as the old place, but it's a new one.
Yeah, they incorporated. Yeah, they couldn't take Team Capital K Kill Media Incorporated into Montana because they fucked up with the transfer.
Because Wyoming probably wants the tax money before they're even allowed to do that.
Now here's the brilliant part. Here's the brilliant part. Jay Viper, God bless his soul, asked the Secretary of State about this.
Mm-hmm.
He said the response he got back was, there's nothing on our end, but the company was dissolved for over 2 years. So they directed him to go to the Department of Revenue in Wyoming. He's waiting for a response back from the Department of Revenue in Wyoming before the accusation comes out that they're avoiding taxes in Wyoming. If that makes any sense. So, based on Sebi's tweet, Atreus made a video about Team Kill Media. And he got a DMCA strike.
Probably because they've got the definition of, they got the digital homicide definition of fair. It's not fair to your game. So it's not fair to you or your game, and therefore it's not fair, period. It can't be.
Well, here's the thing. He wasn't talking about the game at all. He wasn't reviewing the game at all. He was talking about their possible tax evasion. He says, I'm about to lay it down for the night. Excuse me. Where I just happened to get an email from Team YouTube saying that the clowns over at Team Kill Media copyright struck my video and got it taken down. LMAO, let's see how far you're willing to take this fight, because I intend to fight this. And as you can see, Atreus got a copyright strike. And he got a follow-up video up. And then this is what I wanted. This is what I want to bring up. YouTube initially refused his counter notification. What the fuck?
Oof. There are a few reasons this might happen. If it's incomplete or doesn't give them any kind of real information, they could do that. And I wouldn't blame them.
Ultimately, YouTube fixed this. Ultimately, a human at YouTube caught this and fixed this. And not only that, Atreus got his strike removed all within 24 hours.
Because stupid.
Yeah, because stupid. Now, Jay Viper, however, I watched his stream while it was live.
Did his shit get taken down in real time?
Oh, no. He happened to have gotten a strike that was time delayed. And they gave him 7 days to remove his video or face a copyright strike. What the difference? No, he didn't remove the video. Even better was after the live stream, he made the video members only. So Team Kill Media had no idea what the contents of the video was. Only that he talked about Team Kill Media and Code Violet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, luckily, Jay Viper also got his copyright strike removed due to incomplete information. And I fear we're next. Mainly because we're talking about all this situation. But anyway, this is Team Kill Media explaining why. Team Kill Media is currently copyright striking any bad reviews. Should tell everyone exactly what they needed to know. And Team Kill Media went behind and replied, 2 to 3 individuals is creating false conspiracies against us. That has nothing to do with an opinion of a video game.
Good luck with that, dude.
Going to these links to fabricate lies based on out-of-date information, which can be clearly be discovered in about 5 seconds of research is a step too far. You just basically told everybody that you're false striking copyright just because you got pissy because everybody's accusing you of tax evasion in Wyoming.
And being a bastard.
Well, luckily, Atreus got his strike removed, and Jay Viper got his strike removed. Now, based on that confession. Now, Squirrel, you noticed something based on their 2 games they released on Steam.
Yeah, actually, if you pull up one of them and click on the click on developer or publisher, you don't get you get the one that you were looking at and not the other. Like at all.
Right.
I had to go looking for them by title.
And this is Kings of Lorne searching by publisher. And this is Son of Bone, King of searching by publisher. Well, the more you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Right.
Well, it should go to show that you do not do the digital homicide thing there, Team Kill Media. But what did I know? I'm just a tax man. I have been Sanji Himura. Thank you for watching, especially those on the replay crew. And beware. Zach's man come.
Hello, folks. This is Morgan Freeman. This concludes our broadcast today. I'm Morgan Freeman. Good night.